What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I got another short film to check out. This one here is a horror short film. It is titled Slut by Screamfest. Okay, if you guys want to check this out on your own, I'm going to leave the original link down below if you guys want to check it out later. Otherwise, you can watch this with me, and as always, I can give you guys my thoughts after the film. So I'm going to read the description really quick and see what this one is about. It says Maddie is 16 years old. She lives alone with her sick grandmother in a rundown farmhouse off a highway in Nowheresville, Texas. Nowhereville, Texas. She does her best to take care of her mute, wheelchair-bound grandmother, but life at home is lonely and depressing. So, like everyone else within a 20-mile radius, Maddie spends her free time at the only place with half a pulse, the local roller rink. And it says more, with her shabby grandmother, but life at home is lonely and depressing. So like everyone else, So like everyone else within a 20-mile radius, Maddie spends her free time at the only place with half a pulse, the local roller rink. With her shabby clothes, large glasses, and dangerous Naviette, Maddie is a hopeless misfit amongst her peers. Determined to embrace her inner vixen, Maddie looks to a girl named Jolly Beautiful, blonde, and unapologetically promiscuous as a sort of model for what attracts men. Unfortunately, okay, I get what's going on here. Unfortunately for Maddie, it's just at this time that an older, charismatic stranger enters her life. A man whose charm masks the impulses of a murderous, misogynistic psychopath. All right, so yeah, that was a pretty long description, but hope you guys got that. All right, so we have like a simple girl from that lives in a small area, in a farm. She wants to be a lot more, popular and like a beautiful girl, right? She goes to this area where there's lots of young people, I'm assuming. And so eventually she gets thrown off with an encounter, with an older man that comes that is potentially a psychotic person that unfortunately charms her. That's kind of what I got there. All right, so what we're going to do is check this out. But before we do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you are enjoying the videos, and also go ahead and hit that bell notification so that way you are notified every time I upload. Don't forget to share the channel or the videos if you really do enjoy them, and also comment down below. I'm always happy to read your guys' comments whenever you guys leave some, and I'm very, very glad. And also thank you guys so much for the support so far. Thank you for the subscribers. I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. We do reactions here and speed art or time-lapse art. And I got an oil painting coming up very soon. I said I would be dropping it the weekend that just passed, but I got super held up and backed up, so I'm still on the finishing touches, but I will upload that very soon, I promise you guys. Let's go ahead and jump in here, and let's get scared.
Yeah, I'm not much one to worry much. I just take it day by day. Wake up in the morning, I look out, sun's coming up. I know it's going to be up all day, it's going to go on down. And that's it. My day is just same thing day after.
Holding it like a baseball bat.
Dude, she's a fucking goddess.
I mean, a goddess of fucking.
Hey.
Aww.
I bet she'd be fun.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. You know what's cool about freaky chicks like that? They like to get weird.
And any old night he'd rather love than fight. He's a fountain of desire. His heart, his love keeps taking me higher. Don't need no muscle bound.
there's the older guy.
Drop these.
Thanks.
Feel like all your parts are working okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Easy. Who's that?
You're not from around here, are you?
How'd you know?
Because there's only a couple hundred people in this shit town, and unfortunately, I know all of them.
Can I tell you a secret?
Okay.
I think you're better than her.
What do you mean? Hi, Mindy. It's Maddie.
Who's your friend?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Nice dress.
So you still think I'm better than her?
Yep.
Why?
Because?
Because why?
Because you're a nice girl.
I don't think you're really supposed to be smoking in here.
See what I mean?
Hey.
Sorry, I know I said I'd just be a minute.
First thing we'll have to do is teach you how to tell time.
You wanna give me a slap on the wrist? Ouch! Asshole!
Aww.
Cleaning fluid. That makes 2 cleaners, 1 brush in the entire set.
When I want to be free, all I have to do is close my eyes. When I want to be tall, all I have to do is kneel. When I've done all I can, and I'm back where I started, broken spirit and broken hearted, all I really need is you.
He's a great looking person.
Strong, all I have to do is lean on you. When I want to be heard, all I do is whisper your name.
House is falling apart, man. Gotta be careful on that. Oh my god. Wow.
End of the line, honey. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this before, darling. But half the fun's the chase. Girls like you just make it too damn easy. You ready for another ride?
No. No, no. Oh, that's messed up, dude. And it cut her jeans. sign.
Hey,
What do you want?
I like your outfit.
Fuck you.
I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah. You want a cigarette?
What?
Nothing. Shit, I'm sorry.
Broke her glasses.
I'm not.
Is he watching him? Jeez.
I'm gonna say Addison.
No, sorry, that'll
Hi, Grandma.
like $2 okay, we'll have lots
Guess what?
and some time.
Chicken butt. Just kidding. I had sex.
Oh my god.
You know, scientists say that watching TV all day rots your brain.
You're on gold, friends. That's correct. Stakes are higher. We're at 850 now.
She's not moving.
Pass. Over for 900.
Oh my god.
No, sorry, that is incorrect.
Oh no, she's good. Oh my god! It's the guy! Ooh. Oh, I did not expect that at all. This is like some, you know, big bad wolves type stuff. When he ate Granny. Yo. How did he know where she lived? He just followed her home, I guess. That's the lipstick. That's blood. Oh, Jesus. Be careful, girl. Oh, no, no, no.
Grandma?
It's a really creepy room already. Oh.
I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of looking around your room. I look like a fucking faggot this get up. No.
Whoa.
Calm down. There. I like you better with your glasses.
What do you want?
What do you want?
I don't know. Just don't kill me. Please.
Don't kill you. Okay. What can I do to you? What kind of things can I do to you?
It's like that thing where the Joker, oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad. It reminded me of that, sorry. I just thought about that right now. Oh man, that's disturbing, dude. This guy is lost his mind.
Sex things.
Sorry, I just put that out there.
And I thought you were a nice girl.
Yep. Now he's probably like, you betrayed me. Dude, what are you doing? No. Okay, hold up. When that happens, they're about to reach out for some. Oh, the lipstick. Oh. Dude's gonna catch an infection in his eye now. Dang. Oh. Ow. Oh, man. She had him, though.
You got some fight in you. But I think I got you cornered. You want to try begging your way out of this one by offering up your pussy like it's some kind of prize?
Fuck you.
What's that?
Fuck you!
Honey,
Oh.
you're the one who's fucking.
Go for it. She's about to hit the floor.
Let's just talk about this for a second.
Yep.
You missed. You missed, you stupid bitch.
Oh! Nice. Man, I knew it. I was like, she's gonna make sure that floor opens up underneath them. Yep. I'm surprised he kept the rope around him. Or was it around his neck? I think it was, right? Oh, yeah. Jeez. That's crazy, man.
Grandma?
Oh God, I thought he was gonna grab
Go
her.
get your medicine, okay?
Why did she leave her next to the body? Are you kidding me? Okay, thank God. Oh my God. She's like, I'm just gonna position you right here next to the guy that almost tried to kill me, okay? Or that tried to kill me. Oh, that's it. Jeez. All right, y'all, there you have it. That was Slut. So that was a good film, you guys. I actually really did enjoy this. I felt like, I've seen this a couple of times in different films where we have a character that lives a simple life. She's been raised like innocently, and eventually she reaches the youth, or he or she, it doesn't matter who it is, but that person would reach the part of their life where they're getting older, but they're obviously still younger, young adulthood or teenage years. And this is when they start to get self-conscious about things, right? We've all been there as teenagers and stuff like that. So in different ways. And this girl, we can see that she goes to this like skating range, right, where people go ice skating, and that's in the small town where she lives. But we can see that most of her personal time, her free time, she spends it taking care of her grandma home alone, right? And that's in that farmhouse. Where were her parents? I don't know. Did they pass away and she just ended up staying with grandma? Probably. I don't think there's a backstory on that. I never caught any of that. It doesn't explain. So it just starts with her taking care of her grandma. And so, when she goes to this like skating area, I forgot what that place is called, but she goes there and she sees this, cool girl, right? That all the boys find attractive. And I mean, we all get the idea, right? So she sees her and she envies her, and all the boys just are staring at her. She's very popular, and she wants to be like this girl, right? So she ends up grabbing some skates as well. She tries to do the same thing that this other girl's doing, which is skating or ice skating. And she goes in there and tries to impress these two boys that are just watching. And so instead of that, they end up laughing at her. But she continues to, try harder, a little harder, and she gives it another attempt, does another lap. And as she's approaching them once again, she smiles at one of them. Looks like she's looking directly at the blonde guy, the guy with the kind of clearer brown hair. And as she's staring at him, she accidentally loses her balance and falls. And this is when we get this older guy that helps her up. He walks in, notices her, right? And he helps her up and picks up her glasses, gives them to her. And so at this point, he's being polite to her. He actually even compliments her, telling her that she's, a good girl, and that she's not like the rest of them, And well, that's great. She makes her feel important and all of that, which is better than anything that town has to offer towards her. It looks like everybody just makes fun of her there. So this guy we find out out of town, he's not from that town, he compliments her there and tells her that, right? And so this is when she begins to have this sort of, interest in him. He's the only man that complimented her. So she begins to have this interest towards him. And so after she exits that skating place, she sees him outside leaning up against a tree. And so he thinks that he's waiting for her, or at least that she has an opportunity to go talk to him. But then the, popular girl, she beats her to him. She beats her to the guy, and she, goes up to him, and the guy ends up taking her with him. And so she gets let down by that. She thought this whole time that he was just waiting for her, all of that. The guy walks off, but, when the girl goes back home, we can see that, later on the girl goes back home, and she's looking at herself in the mirror. She's trying to see how, pretty she really is without her glasses. She puts on lipstick, all of that, trying to find ways to be more popular and all of that. And meanwhile, that's happening. We get the perspective of the popular girl, what's happening with her and the other guy. And not exactly as what we pictured, right? She's actually getting tortured by this guy. humiliated, right? So we see that she's crawling in the dirt. It looks like they're in the middle of like an open field or something, and or just somewhere in the back road, and he's just like, telling her, "You made it too easy for me. Chasing it makes it better. You're not somebody that we chase. You just make it easy, which is not fun. So you're not worth it." Type stuff like that. He's just telling her, and you can see that she's all beat up. She's got scratches all over her face. Her hair's a mess, and she's tied. Her legs are tied with a rope towards a truck. The other end is tied up to the truck of the guy. And so after he says those things, he goes back into his truck, and he actually continues to drag her through the dirt. And I was like, that is some dark stuff right there. That's crazy. It doesn't matter what type of person that is, whether they like that kind of lifestyle. I'm talking about the girl. You don't treat them like that, you know what I mean? But the guy is just humiliating her, being super cruel. And so he continues to drag her, and so that's the scene cuts there. After that scene cuts off, we come back to the scenes with the other girl, and so we can see that she is trying to cut a pair of jeans that she has into really small shorts. And you can see like that she's first, going to cut them into a decent pair of shorts, but then she moves the scissors higher to cut them a little bit higher, right? So, yeah, y'all get the idea there, to show a little bit more. And so when she does that, it eventually cuts back to another scene where she shows up looks like back at this skating range place, I guess. And she shows up with with her cut up shorts and then this blouse, and all the girls are laughing at her. The guys are also pointing at her and laughing. And so, the reaction is not what she expected there. So she feels humiliated again, and she steps out. And so this is when this guy with the light hair, the young guy that she was looking at in the beginning, he steps out. Right? He notices that she steps out. So he steps out with her. And so this is when they have a conversation, and he tells her, compliments her, what she's wearing. And so eventually they come close together. They share a smoke. And so this is when they start to get romantic with each other. Right? So they have a moment there. And then this is when she finally experiences the moment that she really wanted with a guy. So this has now come true for her. She's super happy. But before the scene cuts, we can see that her glasses, right? The guy takes off her glasses before he kisses her, and he throws them on the ground. And later on, I guess they have already left that area. We just see the glasses still there on the ground. I guess she never took them back. We can see that the older man, pulls up to that area where they were, and he picks up the glasses and takes them with him. And, I guess right there, I mean, I was already thinking, I don't even need to look at his face. I'm pretty sure that guy is pissed because, from the beginning, we already knew just based off of the description of the video what it was about. But just the way he was also kind of talking to her and complimenting her too was a little bit, a little creepy. So this is when we know that he's kind of beginning to feel jealous. He wants to kind of, get possession of this girl or be controlling, right? Kind of saying like, this girl is mine. She's the best girl in the town. I'm going to make her mine type thing, You can see that he's feeling all of that just by the way that the song is playing, how he's walking up to the glasses, how he picks them up, just those gestures alone. So the guy drives back, and I guess he followed the girl home. I don't know how, but eventually the girl gets back home, and she's super happy, and she's sharing with her grandma that she finally had sex with a guy. But the grandma doesn't seem to listen to her, doesn't respond, and so she says something about like watching TV rots your brain, right? But the grandma still doesn't acknowledge her. She doesn't answer, so she just gives up and she leaves, upstairs into her room. And so the shot stays there on the grandma. I was like, okay, wait a minute. What's the grandma going to do? Is she going to walk up, and start acting creepy as soon as no one's watching her? What's going to happen? But the grandma, right? The grandma starts to get up off the chair, and we can see that it was never the grandma that was sitting there. It was the guy dressed up as the grandma. He had already been in her house before she showed up. And how did he follow her there? I don't know. I don't know how he even knew where she lived. I have no idea. Maybe you guys can, figure that out for me. Maybe I'm too slow. Who knows? But I don't know how he got there. The point is he was already there. And while the girl goes to bed, goes to sleep, she's all happy. She hears a sound in the distance somewhere, and she wakes up. And we can see, like, the environment, too. Like, her room. That's the house itself. It's so dark. It's so gloomy. The room itself is very dark and scary. I mean, it's just, you don't even need somebody scary to show up. The environment's already scary. But I love it that they kept it that way, It just really expresses her like the environment that surrounds her is sad, it's lonely, it's scary, it's cold, you know. So I really like that they put this character in that type of environment, that type of household with that type of lighting. Very good. So she's walking around her room after she hears the sound. As soon as she's making her way out of her room, the guy that's, you know, he's, I guess, been, waiting for her outside of the door, and he hits her with something, and she falls on the ground. And this is where we get that scene where, you know, they have like he's trying to basically, you know, have his way with her, and she just fights back, and we get this whole, you know, sequence of events that where she's fighting back, and all of this is going on. Well, eventually she gets him. She throws a rope around him, you know, so he's, at the beginning he throws a rope around her and drags her and all of that. So later on, she ends up, you know, hitting him, you know, hurting him with her legs, right? She kicks him hard, and she stabs him with the lipstick, right? As he's choking her on the ground, all of that. So after he's hurt, she like somehow wraps the rope around his neck, and we can see that he's now at a distance, right? So they're kind of at a distance now, and this is when she shows like her courage. You know, she's no longer afraid. She's no longer, I think after she had that experience, she has now become a little bit less timid, less afraid. And you can see how her personality has changed. So she becomes more tougher as she's staring at this guy. And so now we can see that the guy walks up to her. He's approaching her, right? Making his way towards her. But the ground breaks, right? Earlier in the film, we can see that when she's dancing, the ground is, you know, we can see dust falling. The ground is starting to crack, all of that. So when this guy's there, you know, we know that he's heavier, he's stronger than the girl is. So as he's making his way towards her, the ground cracks open, it breaks, and his foot gets caught up on there. And so this is when she goes up to him with this, what's it called, with the axe that she had in the beginning, chopping the wood, right? She walks up to him with that axe. I guess it was in her room the whole time. So she grabs the axe and she hits the ground, which I was like, okay, she's going to hit the ground. She's obviously not going to kill him. She's going to hit the ground, which is going to open the ground even more. So this obviously causes the ground to open more. The guy thought she missed, right? And he steps forward, ground opens up, and then he falls down and, right, gets hung. He hangs himself. And that was really good ending. This is when, you know, everything just kind of catches up to you, right? He dragged that poor girl by her legs with the rope, which was totally uncalled for. Then he drags this other girl, also by her legs, wraps the rope around her. You know, what is that called when you do that? I forget the name of that sport when they do that. But he, you know, he wraps the rope around her legs and he drags her. So now at the end, he ends up getting choked by his own rope. He ends up getting hung by his own rope, which was crazy, right? I thought that was a crazy ending. Very good. I loved it. And so now the girl just ends up helping her grandma. I'm glad the grandma's alive and not dead. And it just, my God, it was like killing me when she, you know, pushes her wheelchair next to the hanging body, right? Even after he like kind of moved a little bit, and then, you know, right before he completely died, she still like puts the wheelchair, positions it right there by the body. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to come alive and grab her and it's just not going to be over. But no, he's already dead. The grandma just, you know, continues to move towards the TV, and that's the end of the story. Very good. I like that little suspenseful moment right there. It made me think that the guy was going to come attack her again, the grandma and then the girl, but none of that happened anymore. Guy was already done, and had a great ending. I thought the guy and the girl, by the way, were going to build a relationship, the other young kid, but I guess it was just an experience for her life to become more fearless, you know, to become a little bit more alive than how she was in the beginning. So I thought this was really good and also really relatable to a lot of young people out there who run into these situations where they want to be more like somebody, whether it's at school or it could be a sibling as well. Okay, I've been there myself, where I wanted to be as cool as my older brother. You know, he was very cool when we were younger, so I wanted to be just like that. But at the same time, you realize how much you're lying to yourself. You're not being yourself either. So this moment that she experienced, she was still being herself. We can see that, right? So at this moment she experienced with the young guy, very good, you know, natural, all of that. And it eventually changed her to make her a more stronger, better woman, right? So that was pretty good. I like that message at the end. And then she eventually has like the guts and the spine to stand up to that guy at the end, you know? Very, very good. What did you guys think about it? Let me know down below. Did you like the characters? I really did enjoy all the character acting. I love the way the story played out. Did you have any issues with it? Is there something I missed? Let me know down below in the comment section. You guys, thank you so much for watching this with me. I hope you guys have a good night. Take care.